somebody deep.
Big news here today. The starting tailback for Harvard is Samar Smith, replacing Paul Stanton. Tore his ACL last week. That's the leading rusher in the Ivy League. Scott Hush to the air right away, fires incomplete to bring up second down. And
that's a nice way to do it, right?
I don't think I've ever said that one. Princeton, Dartmouth thinking about the Ivy League race is now tied at 10. If Dartmouth wins, that's at least a share of the conference title for them. Samar Smith up the middle.
At the top, so dangerous in these situations.
Harvard offense #1 in the Ivy League. Third down conversions at 48%. Bush plenty of time, looking deep, and he has Justice Shelton Mosley, and he has 6.
Aberration, or whether that starts a downward trend.
Scott Hosh back on the field. His third play of this game was a 52-yard touchdown pass to Justice Shelton Mosley. Chased out of the pocket on his 4th and fires it away to bring up second down 10.
A couple times, but he stayed the course, and now he's going to finish having an outstanding career.
Comes into this game, as we discussed, with a 14-1 career record. Second completion to Justice.
Leads the Ivy with 9 tackles per game, so he does that a lot.
Third down and 10 coming up. Push quickly outside. A nice move by Andrew Fisher.
Explosive athletes in the Ivy League. Had the game-winning touchdown in this game last year. Good blocking. He makes Carlson miss, but Carlson able to slow him down just
starting on their own 44-yard line. Push with the inside get to Samar Smith, starting today for the injured.
Score touchdowns.
They're not playing offensive line, Ross, which is not nearly as much fun, right?
What are you saying?
Back to Smith up the middle. Just across to the air. If they run it again, it is Smith remaining in a tailback. 3 wide receivers to the left of Hush. Pumps to the left, keeps it himself. And he got 5, and that'll be
just the game the last 2 years.
First down and 10 from the 44. Looking for Anthony Ferkser, one of
third straight, as you saw, which is also the first time that would ever have been accomplished in Harvard's long and storied school history.
Side 2 Smith, the tailback now. His brother Samar Smith has also been playing tailback. Push to the air, incomplete, out of bounds to bring up second down and 10. Scott Hush making his 16th and final start here for Harvard. Lost only 1 time in that game last weekend. Setting up the screen to Smith. Picks up a block.
Took his foot a couple weeks ago. You don't have to have pancake blocks out there. Just run interference, and it can work.
Good tackle also by Hayden Carlson, who leads Yale in that category. Hush off his back foot. And that one falls incomplete.
He just felt like the second half of the schedule was backloaded a little bit. They're just going against better teams, and they've turned it over.
Second down 10. Bush keeps it himself. Little patient cut. Picks up a couple. Today they've converted 2 out of 4 times. Bulldogs bring 4. Time for Hush. Fires it outside.
And the chains.
Dromke hauls it in. First down Harvard. Back to the air for Hush. And nobody near 10. They'll have at least a share of the Ivy League championship. We'll see if Penn wins today. We'll also see if Harvard wins, as the day started with a 3-way tie atop the Ivy League. Hush keeps it himself again.
2 receiver to the bottom here for Harvard. He's had at least 5 catches in the last 5 games, and as you mentioned, Ross, 0 heading into the second quarter. And there he is, and there's the ball on the ground. Nice play by Jason Alessi to knock that loose on third down.
Terrific play by Alessi. And you'll see the right side of your screen here. Hush is looking at Braunecker all the way. Alessi just gets that right hand in there and is able to... And rightfully so. You and I have been there.
A lot to think about when you step out on the field for the final time. A couple of penalty flags come raining in there on first down.
Paul, he is looking forward to doing some really positive things for other people.
Looking to get going here as he's only 6 out of 13. Now back up to 50%. But look at that Bulldog defense.
In the Ivy League in quite some time.
Second down, 21. Push, plenty of time. And the defense once again stepping up.
The only thing they could say is his off arm. Watch his right arm if he hooks Fisher at all. Oh, my goodness.
First down and 10 now operating inside of Yale territory. A drive that's been all about the pass. Another completion. And that across the 45-yard line. Side 2, Smith, the tailback. And as Ross has talked about, tight end Ben BRAUNECKER, the leading receiver for Harvard, yet to catch a pass today. Smith with a lane on the outside and a stiff arm. Good for another Crimson first down.
The outside. Probably one of the most important characteristics in a running back is that lateral agility.
First down and 10 from the 35. Bush forced to step up, throws across his body. And this is a first down and then some for Harvard.
Second touchdown pass to Justice Shelton Mosley. And this is first down and 10 from their own 22-yard line. And there's a hole off the right side for Samar Smith.
Picking together to start the last 7 games for the Cowboys in 2002 in place of Larry Allen as they see the penalty there.
And that's no flag.
Yeah, you see BRAUNECKER second from the top going right down the seam. The ball's high. Alessi goes up, and he gave him a pretty decent shot to the head there. It looked like Alessi initially was going for the ball and then with a penalty there. Maybe that was a Rimashevsky makeup call.
And back to the ground game, and again, Smith met just as he...
And they dropped it right in what they call the turkey hole, in between the flat defender and the deep defender in cover 2.
Another touch pass for Fisher, and this one intercepted by Yale. Rimashevsky comes up with it to end the Harvard drive. If they do go to the ground game, the tailback is side 2 Smith. Little fake to Smith. And that's a pretty play on first down out just across the 30-yard line for the first time.
You're going to be on the left side of your screen when Hush eventually throws him the ball right down the middle. And with that big body, what's Hayden Carlson supposed to do? It's almost like boxing out in a rebound in basketball.
Bush with the design quarterback keep, slides out to the 37-yard line.
This guy Hush slides, doesn't want to get hurt in his last game.
Got a lot to do after graduation. Second down and 5, you can call about anything. The quick flip outside to Andrew Fisher.
And he's such good blockers on safeties and corners on these wide receiver screens.
Bush has it tipped at the line of scrimmage. Ball's incomplete to bring up second down. His brother Samar Smith comes in at tailback. Second down 10, back to the air. Fires it outside, and that one is complete. His job keeping the #1 scoring offense and total yards offense to just 14 points late in the second quarter. Bush plenty of time, and that would be an unbelievable catch, and it is.
And the type of athlete he is as a small forward.
Ball knocked down there. We'll put a little exclamation point on
the offense along with Shelton Mosley.
And back to the ground game. Smith not touched until he gets to the defensive backfield of the Yale Bulldogs. Third down and 4 now from the 16-yard line. Bush to the end zone. BRAUNECKER, touchdown. Bush to his top receiver, who is a tight end, his top pass catcher, Ben BRAUNECKER, for the 17-yard score.
I mean, I would put Harvard's tight ends up there against pretty much anybody in Division I football. And I'm not just talking FCS. Right side of your screen. Again, you see him right in the bottom right there. Perfect throw by Hush, but how about BRAUNECKER at
1,747. Went 17 out of 28 in that first half, 240 and 3 touchdowns. Side 2 Smith cutting it back up inside across that 30-yard line, and he picks up 5.
It is to make a guy totally whiff like that. I don't, but it looks hard.
2nd down and 5. And nice hole off the right side. Looks like Smith has just enough for a 1st down
that they can capitalize on. When you're the underdog, that's often the difference.
3 plays, 3 rushing attempts, all from side 2.
If you're the smartest player on Yale's team, you're too smart to hang out with me.
You're a Princeton guy.
I know, but I was never going to be voted the smartest guy on the team.
Hey, Scott Hush came into this game #1 in the Ivy League total offense per game at 295 yards. Looking to his left the entire time.
Last couple years. I mean, talking with Scott Hush, he said there's a lot of guys on the team that had never lost. You know, some of these guys had never lost.
Working the option there.
Whoa.
That is an awfully short option pitch to Samar Smith.
That Hush was running it.
3rd down and 8 now. You can see Harvard converted 3rd down situations 6 out of 9 times. Blitz comes, has the time, and has BRAUNECKER. 25 yards and a 1st down.
Call it a flag, call it a 7 route for those of you that played in high school or college. Just call it money for Harvard. I mean, that's pretty good coverage by Yale. Champion gets over there, Carlson trailing him. Sometimes the other team just has more talented players.
BRAUNECKER now 3 catches for 64 yards. And that's Smith 21 on those receptions today. Also 1 good for a touchdown. Side 2 Smith just has 2 touchdown receptions this evening. Samar Smith the tailback on 1st and 10. And around the end and inside the 2.
Locked well on the edge. You see Cole Toner and BRAUNECKER. Again, Ferkser, these tight ends. No way. How do they know where we're going?
They know they don't want to go -10 there before they even snap the ball on 1st down. Smith getting a lot of that back down just inside the 5-yard line. That's side 2 Smith. Harvard so far today have come through the air. 2 to Shelton Mosley, 1 to BRAUNECKER to see if they try and run it in this time. Back to the air goes Hush, keeps it himself, and he gets to the 2. Wants to throw, by in time, back in the end zone. Touchdown, BRAUNECKER, his 2nd of the day.
Well, it looked to me, Paul, like they had it covered pretty well initially. Yale knew that it might be play-action pass, and it looked to me like they just trailed BRAUNECKER late. But early on, I thought they had covered it up.
R. Smith, the tailback, but Ross, most of their success for Harvard has really been about the passing game, as Hush has 4 touchdown passes. 2 of them to that guy right there, Ben BRAUNECKER. Oh, and so many offenses are going with the short passes, Ross. Hush top 10 in the nation in yards per completion. You see that downfield attack once again today. There we see the Yale defense stepping up to drop some more. 2nd down 13. There's Hush to Justice Shelton Mosley. How about that move down the sideline? To get back to the sideline and sprint. Hush to Fisher. And he's down to the 20. Harvard coming into this one 8-1. A win gets them a share of the Ivy League title, along with Dartmouth and Penn. Hush already with 7 carries. There's his 8th. He slides right at the 20-yard line. Yale showing the blitz here. Hush bleeds that clock down, gets it off just in time. And wanted BRAUNECKER.
Right side, gets Hush low as he throws it. That could have been dangerous, and Alessi let the play clock run and just don't turn it over.
As if they're listening, they go with the handoff off the left side. That's side to Smith.
Really looking at a career as a career backup at Harvard. Instead, got a great chance to finish 15-1 and as a 3-time Ivy champ.
Big chance for the Yale defense, and that's well overshot, so that's best.
This possession a little bit better. Moments ago, they went 3 and out. Incomplete pass to stop the clock.
That's a good start.
Keep it on the ground, yeah.
Really, Senior Bowl, which is really the elite of the elite, as you know, Paul.
That is the All-Star game. It sure is. Back on the ground again, right at the first down marker. Now with 22 touchdown passes on his senior season. First down play, back up the middle. That's some.
Just like last year's senior class, finished at 36-4 as well. And Smith, good blocking up front. Across the midfield stripe down to the 48.
Healthy enough to play the rest of the Penn game last week and this week.
Oh, they can't go too long without going back to the air. Ben BRAUNECKER, 2 touchdowns today already. Murphy on the sideline. And I found it interesting what he told us his message to the team was this week after they had that 22-game win streak snapped. It wasn't just the, you get knocked down, you got to get up. He said, you better get up angry and play angry when you get inside that Yale Bowl this weekend. I don't know if how angry they've been, but they have. Back to the ground game, side to Smith across the 15-yard line.
And I got to tell you, I think Harvard's had better players, but it also seems like to this point, their philosophy going into this game has worked better.
Push now inside the 10-yard line. In 7 of the last 14 years, a win today means a piece of an 8th and 15. And that is going to be another Harvard touchdown. Man running with the ball will be Samar Smith, who got the start today because Paul Stanton tore his ACL last week. And there's Smith. Is he going to stay inbounds? No, he's not. Might get to all FCS teams. Best winning percentage in the nation at 82%. And that's a first down. Harvard in this season will be a little better.
The best he's had speaks for itself.
There's so many ways to measure that. And when we talked to him this week, I brought up the question, what's it been like? You guys haven't lost for over 2 years, responding to the first loss in the last 23 games.
15-0.
A huge challenge next week, though, coming up at Lincoln. And a big challenge for the Irish tonight. Fenway Park taking on Boston College. 1 to Shelton Mosley, 1 to his tight end, Ben BRAUNECKER. And Harvard has been in control since that point of the second quarter. Stopping that pass. You've got weapons on the outside and also on the inside that are pretty tough to keep track of. Smith fighting to stay in bounds there.